here,
And we're
I guess.
good.
Yes, we are.
So we went and saw The Heat.
The Heat. Yes.
I've actually been looking forward to this movie, and I said to Brad, so who you gonna send with me? He's like, well, of course I'm sending Irving.
Yes, because I've been looking not forward to this movie. In fact, outside of Smurfs, this is probably the movie I least wanted to see in my life. And of course Brad's going to send it, because he's a douchebag.
So what did you think?
I will give it this. I don't hate Melissa McCarthy any less for this movie.
But you don't like her more. Because I thought she was adorable in this.
She definitely had her moments where I'm just like, okay. But it's more the over-the-top same with her. Like,
see, to me, she was more deadpan in this movie than I've ever seen her before. You know, because she had the same, she was definitely like a cussy, brassy sort of lady, but it was more deadpan, you know.
That's a lot of the movies she's in are like Identity Thief is a little bit less than that, but like with Bridesmaids, she's definitely go get 'em. This is very much an akin character to her in Bridesmaids.
Uh-huh.
Just the balls of the wall. She's got more balls than anybody else in the room,
So
including the guys.
So your problem is that she's ballsy?
No, my problem with her is that she doesn't branch out. Like, and honestly, I mean,
A lot of comedians have a shtick, though.
I know, but I just
don't like this particular
I don't
shtick?
like her particular shtick, because truth be told, I sat down and watched an episode of Mike and Molly,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, you know what? She's a normal fucking human being in this. I wish she would do more movies like this. Or Gilmore Girls. Fuck it. I watched Gilmore Girls. Fuck off.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls. Was she like the mom?
She's a chef at the hotel that the mom works at. And she's a very likable character. Very likable character. I don't know what... I don't know how much they're paying her to be this character, but to me, it's not enough.
For me, like, it fit in this movie because, well, it's a buddy cop movie, and Sandra Bullock plays, like, the idiot. I had problems with that character, but I'll get to it later. And then Melissa McCarthy played the loose cannon off the wall, like, crazy cop. And I thought she did it really well, because, like, this movie was touted as, like, it's a buddy cop movie for girls. But, like, for me, I found it enjoyable just in terms of it just being a buddy cop movie, And for me, it was a very cookie-cutter buddy cop movie, but what did it for me was that I thought that the two actresses worked really well together.
I'll give them that.
Which is the cornerstone for most buddy cop movies.
They were good together. I'll give them that. I'm very surprised. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be because this is from the same guy who did Bridesmaids, Paul Feig. And I guess he's kind of now the redefiner of what female comedy should be, and I guess the girls didn't have enough raunch in their comedy. I don't know, so he decides to up it.
Girls don't have enough raunch in their comedy. I agree with that statement because usually when it's a movie about girls, they learn to laugh and love again by the end of it. And in this movie, that wasn't the case at all. They learned to love each other. It was a what would you call a bromance when it's two ladies? Like a sister act. Yay! No. It was a bromance with ladies.
Lesbromance?
Lesbromance.
Lesbromance.
I can dig it. So, but it wasn't like there was sort of a romantic thing going on with Sandra Bullock and Marlon Wayans, but it wasn't like at the forefront of the movie.
Yeah, it was Marlon, because Sean's the one that doesn't have talent.
I can't tell them what. There's like 5 billion Wayans brothers, and I know the bald one, and that's about it.
Damon, no.
But they say Paul Feig makes the boy movies for girls, but I didn't see Bridesmaids because I don't like gross out comedies. I did not see Bridesmaids because
it's not. Bridesmaids is not a gross out comedy. It really isn't.
Like that lady, like Melissa McCarthy pooping in a sink, and I'm like, well, that's not my kind of movie.
Well, that's actually a really funny scene, and I give Bridesmaids credit. There aren't many comedies that I go into where it's a mostly female cast where I come away pleasantly surprised, but that was one of them. This one did too. Because I am, unfortunately, you guys are going to hate me because I didn't necessarily hate this movie. It was okay. I mean, is it a
I'm not gonna be mad at you for liking
they
the
are.
movie.
Yeah.
No.
Now they have nothing to bitch at. They're like, why don't you make a Melissa McCarthy fat joke so I can make fun of you and call you a bastard and an asshole? Sorry.
Did you have a fat joke planned?
I did. But I don't want to use it now because I don't know.
Break it out. Come on.
Actually, I was going to...
Somewhere
Somewhere along the lines, I was going to mention, I don't know, something like... I don't know, like, Melissa McCarthy has her shtick. She needs her fat to propel her. You know, people like, I'd say Ben Affleck. Oh, Ben Affleck leads. It's a fleshlight and a PBR. And he can act his way out of a box. I know, something like that. I don't know.
I don't understand that joke.
I don't either.
But I prompted you to make your fat joke because Jake gave me something to give to you, to Irving, on the event of you making a fat joke about Melissa McCarthy. So I was going to go ahead and give that to you.
That wasn't even a fat joke. It was more like, that was actually more a fat truth, as it were. Oh, Jesus. So this says, look who's calling the fat kettle fat. Fatty.
Love Jake.
I don't know if you can, yeah. That's horrible. Yeah, you can kind of see it if I tilt it that way and reverse it. And
So that was for you. But I mean, that wasn't bad. And I mean, like, for me, Melissa McCarthy being overweight does help with her comedy in the same way that, like, Chris Farley being overweight helped with his comedy, and, like, Will Sasso being overweight. Because Will Sasso's actually got a bit that he did on, back when he was on Mad TV.
Yeah, yeah.
About, like, fat Sasso being funnier than skinny Sasso.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Remember?
Okay,
And
yes, I
so,
remember
like,
that.
I don't think that calling her fat is necessarily saying that her overweightness assists her comedy isn't necessarily an insult. I think that calling her fat as like a gauge of her abilities. I didn't put that right, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand, but that's the thing is, she is funny when they're not mentioning her fat. Chris Farley was funny. I mean, he used it.
Dude, did you watch the Chippendale sketch? The entirety of that sketch was look at how fat he is without a shirt on.
I understand. No, he did use that, but he was also funny enough to where he didn't always have to. He could have gotten other roles.
Melissa McCarthy did. They didn't mention her being fat like one time.
I'll give him that. That was surprising. This is probably the first movie where
she was just kind of like a husky, brassy, copy type lady. I mean, I've known women, you know, overweight who dress like that, and they didn't make a gigantic deal of it. They just made fun of her for her sweatpants every once in a while.
They kind of played off the fact that they didn't think she was attractive, though. When all those guys kept going, "Why didn't you call me?" We had that. They kind of.
That wasn't calling her unattractive. That was saying that she doesn't form lasting sexual relationships. Because she like. Part of the, like, a running gag was that people, like, random dudes kept walking up to him in the street, like, oh, hey, you know, I thought we had a fun time, you know, why didn't you ever call me? And she's like, it's not me, it's not you, it's me, I'm becoming another person, well, you make me want to be a better woman, alright, goodbye.
See, she doesn't form those relationships, but it almost, the way they played it, from what I could tell, is like she was better than them.
I didn't think that was, I thought that just, it meant she was like a loner who got her rocks off.
So she was a guy.
She wasn't.
She was a guy. Ow! 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 What?
I just had to smack you with my hat for that. She was a loner who liked to get her rocks off. And no, I don't think they portrayed her as a dude. I mean, she was just a non-quintessential female character.
Okay.
We'll
go with that.
Can we address, though, how much of an idiot Sandra Bullock's character was? Because it was pissing me off. Don't get me wrong, I liked this movie, but, like, you gotta have the sort of dichotomous relationship in a buddy cop movie wherein, you know, they both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses.
Got it.
In every single situation, Melissa McCarthy's character was badass and awesome, and Sandra Bullock fucked it up somehow. Like, the fucking tracheotomy scene. I couldn't look. I was watching it like
that. That was funny. That was good.
We're getting into the spoilers now. Where they're in a Denny's, and they're like, the scene is meant to show that, like, that Sandra Bullock's character pretends she knows what she's doing even when she doesn't. And so this guy starts choking, and they're trying to give him the Heimlich, and they lay him down. And she had been watching TV, like, in the first 5 minutes of the movie, where they're showing just in passing how to do a tracheotomy.
So she because that's on every medical.
She's gonna trach this guy, and so she just grabs his like knife, and she's like asking for vodka, even though they're at a Denny's, and just like stabs down, and there's like blood spraying up.
And she's telling him what she's doing every step of the way. I'm gonna take this knife. I'm gonna cut a small incision right here.
And this guy's like obviously like spraying up. And so she put it in, and like the straw's sticking out, and just blood starts spraying out the top of it. And it was
because she doesn't hit the she never hits the windpipe is a problem. She just basically cuts his throat and then sticks the knife. So she's hitting his windpipe, but the windpipe is not actually cut. So he's basically just getting the blood from the gushing from the wound, the open wound.
It's funny they just freaking clear, they clear the pancake out. But my point is that
doesn't Melissa McCarthy just come over and just go thunk and it just comes right out?
And that's every single step of this movie, because that was a hilarious scene.
Right.
But it was pissing me off because it's like, well, she got like her one main scene at the beginning of the movie where she like found the drugs just out of pure intuition, but that was less to show her being capable and more to show her being a show-offy douchebag.
Sandra Bullock is not a main character. She's
it seemed less like a partnership and more like Melissa McCarthy's the main character and Sandra Bullock's
it's along for the ride.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And I don't know if it's no, because it's not that she can't carry a comedic movie, because I think she was all right in Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I like Miss Congeniality.
And she had a similar role.
Yeah, she had the same sort of like uptight, douchebaggy FBI agent.
Doesn't have
Only
friends.
this one they didn't put makeup on her and it fixed everything.
Pretty much.
Excuse me. So. Yeah, I had a thought, but I lost it. Yeah, I guess whether you like this movie is dependent on, first of all, whether you like Bridesmaids, because apparently it's a similar sense of humor.
It's a very similar sense of humor. It's the raunch. They're dropping F-bombs more than a Tarantino movie.
I like the ball speech that she gave.
Oh my god, the ball. Yeah, she has a ball speech.
The chief is Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
Which was amazing, because it was like, oh, hey, he's still doing stuff. But, Sandra Bullock, dicks over Melissa McCarthy, and so the chief is just kind of letting her take it. So she's just like, Melissa McCarthy's just rooting around his office and rooting around, and Sandra's like, what is she looking for? Oh, she's looking for my balls.
Have you seen tiny little mouse balls? Have you ever seen a mouse ball?
Like a ball bearing?
Almost like a little tiny girl
balls.
If
a girl had balls, this would be like just the tiniest balls you can imagine. Those are the balls that I'm looking for.
But she's like, so if you see them, give them to me, and I'll stick them back up in his scrotum.
See, that's what I enjoyed, because that speech, it wasn't like over the top. It was just kind of leaning out the door and just going off.
Oh, it was over the top.
I don't think
it was way. She has a 2-minute conversation about balls.
It's a comedy. It's gonna be a little bit over the top, but I'm saying she wasn't like, hey everybody, I'm looking for his balls.
Yeah, she just
no, she fucking well wasn't.
Hey, she's yelling at the entire precinct. Hey, guys, have you seen little balls? They'll be like this, but tinier, but they'll be like mouse
shouting,
balls.
Though. It was just kind of like a...
She was loud. I'm pretty sure outside that room
she was
they
a
could
loud
have heard.
character, but I didn't find it jarring.
No, I'm not saying it was jarring. I'm just saying that Melissa McCarthy had an over-the-top role in this movie.
Well, she was...
But there were moments where
she was a loose cannon. She was supposed to be over the top. She was rigged.
Dirty Harry, eat your heart out. That's no.
And I like that they actually gave her like a backstory, like a reason for her being such a magnificent cunt. Because she had like
she lived in Boston. Apparently everybody
so
in Boston.
Fucking Boston jokes, and they had
You're all dicks.
Every Boston. They had they had Bill Burr in it.
Bill Burr. Nathan Caudry, who's the bald Caudry's.
Rob
Corddry, his younger brother.
They had Sweet D off of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
With like the worst fucking Bulgarian accent I've ever heard.
Get out, bull in China shop. No.
Get the fuck out house.
Get the fuck out house. Jane Curtin
She was amazing in it too.
It was
I haven't seen her
hilarious.
in a while.
The
She
first
played,
time you see Jane Curtin, she's driving by, flipping off her daughter, just driving by, and I'm like,
I can get behind that. And it turned out there was a reason for that. It's because her family was mad at her for putting her brother in jail.
yeah.
It wasn't just like this woman's randomly a cunt. She had a reason.
Right.
There was a reason
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent comedy. I mean, I think this kind of shows me that Paul Feig's probably a one-trick pony.
I hope that's not the case. Because, I mean, like, yeah, they do tout him as being, like, the lady comedy alternative. Like, that if Asylum made movies with women in it. But I found at least this one to be acceptable just as a standalone movie, not as a, this one's for the girls.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people probably get enjoyment out. I mean, a lot of people got enjoyment out of Bridesmaids. I mean, they touted it as the girl comedy, but it was relatable to everyone. I mean, everybody could watch these movies, regardless of age, sex, creed, what have you, and have an enjoyable time. Having said that, this does feel like a poor man's Bridesmaid.
Yeah, I didn't see Bridesmaids,
yeah, I
but I
know.
mean, like, I love a buddy cop movie, and that's why I wanted to see this one, and I left satisfied.
It wasn't bad. I went. I tell you what.
You came in 5 minutes late, so you missed like a very, very bitchin' opening credit sequence where they were playing like disco funk and had like kind of a Shaft style, like following the car down the street and stuff.
That would have been funny.
It was pretty amazing.
I didn't hate it, which is actually praise.
You were expecting to hate it.
I know. I went into it going, God damn it! I got to go see Melissa McCarthy again.
Oh.
This movie is better than Identity Thief, by far.
Oh, I can't even. I couldn't look directly at the previews for that movie.
I almost hate to say it, but this is Melissa McCarthy's groove. Her rude, crude, because on Identity Thief she had that a little bit, but not. This, she embraced it wholeheartedly, and there were some times where I surprisingly got chuckles from things she said.
I was laughing my ass off.
I wouldn't go laughing my ass off.
I was.
I knew you were, and then
well, the audience was,
but it was
like
half.
85% women.
Well, and I was
It
surprised.
is worth mentioning.
I'll give you this: I'm surprised that there wasn't more laughter. Mm-hmm. I'm really surprised. I mean, I went into it thinking I'm going to be the only one not laughing at every scene, and I mean, there was a good. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like when Brad and them went to go see Hangover 3, and
it's like
everybody laughed. Look at me, I'm a frat boy. Oh my god, this is awesome! I'm gonna go do a beer pong, and I'm gonna watch this movie again.
I was pleased with those girls for being so well mannered, because usually you get an auditorium full of girls and gap. But like I was laughing, and I heard some chuckles around me. But
the scenes that I laughed at, it seemed like, it seemed like I didn't feel like a jerk for not laughing at some of these scenes because they weren't as funny as some of the other scenes. Because sometimes you will get into a comedy like that. We'll get a group of people in a theater, and it feels like you're the only one who's like not finding it funny or not finding as funny as the rest of the crowd. You're like, what am I missing? Mm-hmm. But this was it's paced well. The jokes come at a decent pace to where you don't get bored with it.
and they do have serious scenes, though some of them seem a little forced.
and that's the thing is, and that's what I miss, because actually Melissa McCarthy can do serious scenes, and she actually can move you, because she did that in Identity Thief. She had a scene where she's talking about family and not having it, and it was just a moving scene. And then they ruined it with her talking about other shit that wasn't serious. But no, in this, she did have some straight scenes, and she is a great actress. She is. I just don't like that this is the only thing they stuck her doing. Mm-hmm. That's my... Honestly, I don't really hate her. I confess, I don't really hate her. I hate that they're sticking her in the one role and going, you can't do anything else.
I don't think that you can't say that that's true. I mean, maybe she picks those roles because she knows she's good at it. I like that shtick,
Well, and maybe too,
I like
she's
a bold and brassy woman.
Maybe they're not giving her those roles either. I honestly think that if she had a chance to do a serious role, she would do it. I just don't think they're giving their option because of Bridesmaids. I think Bridesmaids pigeonholed her to where they're reluctant to give her a role that isn't in a similar vein. Which is why you have Identity Thief and you have The Heat. I can't remember,
We're back to the weight issue again, but I think that a lot of times, large women get pigeonholed as the comic relief.
Yeah, and
she does it better than most.
Oh yeah, I mean she's funny. She is. I'll give her that. And I give her a lot of
women. A lot of times overweight men get pigeonholed as comic relief.
And I do give her a lot of shit, but it's more the role she's in than actually her herself. Mm-hmm. And that's not entirely her fault. And I think it's Hollywood's fault in the majority. I think Hollywood doesn't like to branch out. They find something they like, and they're going to milk it until it's dead. And I think Melissa McCarthy's a victim of that. This got serious all of a sudden. Jesus Christ.
I disagree. I like her stick. I know. She's so pretty. She's got big blue eyes, and I like it. Let's move on.
But yeah, I think it's fun to have her in that shtick. I just wish I could see her in more other things. So I didn't have to.
That's a vote of confidence, then.
Yeah. No, I think she's a good actress. I don't think anything. I don't hate her. I don't. I really don't. As much as I give people shit, and much as I call her fat, because she is. Let's not deny it here. I'm fat. She's fat. It happened. It is. Mm-hmm. And I think it's unfortunate that in some cases she's going to lose out on roles because of it. But what are you going to do? I'm not a millionaire. I can't make movies. Maybe we should have Brad give her a call, and she can be the romantic lead in one of Brad's movies.
That would be her romantic.
Hook her with 100 Gold 2. Oh god. But
final thought.
It was a fun movie. It wasn't something. I don't know if I'd necessarily say drop over $10 to see it, but I would definitely catch it sometime in your life. You'll have laughs. I don't know if you'll laugh at everything, but there are going to be scenes where I think everybody's going to have a good laugh. So, and I don't hate on it. I went into it thinking I'm not going to enjoy this, and had an okay time.
I really liked it. It is definitely a quintessential buddy cop movie. It's like you could pretty much, if you've seen a buddy cop movie, you can anticipate pretty much every plot point they hit. But for me, the jokes make it, and the way Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy interact, and Melissa McCarthy has spot-on comedic timing. So, like, yeah. I'm not one of those people that can, like, go into a review and be like, and then they said this, and it was a hilarious joke, and then they said this, and it was like, I can't remotely remember, but all the jokes I saw I liked. Plus, I don't want to ruin it for you, because you're going to go see it because I told you to.
And they had a decent supporting cast playing off.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the supporting cast actually... It's just a bug.
I don't like moths. I got him. Okay, sorry.
Well, that was a little bit overkill. I don't like moths! You would die! Sorry.
I really don't like moths. Sorry. you were saying.
No, I think the supporting cast helped to make this movie a little bit better than I thought it was going to be, too. They had a couple Mad TV alums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had Michael McDonald, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like his, like, character bits, like the Stewart bullshit, but he was good in this. He was a little bit terrifying with his knives.
Yeah, just a little
He was one of the bad guys.
Like we were saying, Sweet D from Sunny. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think who else.
I want to say the lady who wrote this movie actually used to write for Mad TV.
Probably.
I could be wrong. I was looking at the IMDb page earlier, and that sounds right.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that would make a little bit of sense. But yeah, I mean, it just... The characters and everything, the side characters help to make the film probably a little bit better than it would just be if it was just Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy playing off each other with just bland outside characters.
Yeah, like the guys in the bar. That was one of my favorite and least favorite parts because it was like they got drunk in this bar, and so it was doing like this is them doing one drunk thing, this is them doing another drunk thing, and it seemed like they were alternating terrible bits with fantastic bits because they had them like doing this weird dance, and I hated it. And then like all the old guys in the back, and Melissa McCarthy's like, "We've started a frenzy! Oh god, we've started a frenzy!"
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I mean,
I recommend it. This is normally the part where we talk about the previews, but you weren't there for the previews.
you can talk about the previews. I don't.
What the fuck previews
So,
did what the fuck,
we'll be
fuck
back.
previews
Hang
did
on
I
just a
have? Oh,
second.
sorry.
So we're back, and
So-
Sarah's gonna discuss all the previews that she saw that I didn't.
You should have paused it for longer because I'm trying to remember. Okay, so I had Grown Ups 2,
Oh God.
which was god awful. Although
course it is.
there was a part in that preview that did make me laugh. Although it might have just been because I was
Did Adam Sandler die?
no.
And you know, here's the
I might
thing.
have just been relieved that it wasn't as terrible as the last
This
joke.
shit. How do I get fucking shit? But he gets his free pass every time he bitches about Adam Sandler. Fuck off, Jake.
He doesn't call him fat. That's the thing.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. This is what he does. Woo! No.
You can write him a letter for when he goes to see Grown Ups 2. I don't think he's going to see Grown Ups 2. Don't make him see Grown Ups 2.
Brad's gonna see this and be like, oh, guess what he's seeing?
No. So, but there was one part that made me laugh because it was terrible jokes, and then like one of the grown-ups and his wife are like at a drive-in high school car wash, and they're like, "Ooh, all the sexy
Oh my
ladies are gonna
God.
come wash our car," but then it turns out that it's a group of sexy dudes,
The
and like
male cheerleaders.
it's so they got one up and they're like washing the car with his butt, and that made me laugh. But past that, it looks like a terrible movie. Oh, we got this like time traveler movie. It was like Bill Nye and some young British guy. Have you heard of this? It looked like Time Traveler's Wife, only not depressing as shit. It was basically like
With Bill Nye in it?
not Bill Nye, Bill Nye.
Nye, okay.
Yeah, not the
gotcha,
science
okay.
guy, the
I'm
other
like,
Bill
Bill
Nye.
Nye is in a science movie? Fucking
It
hell.
was like this guy and his son. The guy's like, "Well, son, now that you are of age, I am going to tell you that the men in our family can travel through time at will."
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't really seen any previews
It looked.
for it,
I probably
though.
wouldn't pay money for it, but I probably like watch it on Lifetime. Look at this. There's like by the writers of Love Actually, and I'm like, all right, that kind of
Christ.
movie.
Never mind.
But it looked cute. It was like if Love Actually and the Butterfly Effect had a baby, is what it looked like.
Okay.
Because he kept like going back to fix stuff, and it was screwing stuff up in the future.
Of course it does. Everybody knows that.
But it had
Fucking time travel movies need to stop fucking around.
Rachel McAdams, is that her name? With like the buggy eyes and the gigantic smile.
Yeah.
She was adorable. She's
Notebook.
apparently the love interest for that.
Of course she is. She's always a love interest in everything.
What else did I get? I can't remember. Some sorts of previews.
Some sorts of previews. I know enough that I didn't miss much of the movie. So now I'm kind of glad. I was kind of hoping I'd miss more of it, but I'm okay with it now, so it's okay. Oh, damn it.
He's being a killjoy. It's a good movie.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to be a fucking killjoy. I actually was. I'm all right with this movie. This gets part of my seal of approval.
Meh. Brian Irving.
Right. I guess.
if you have to.
If you got nothing better to do. or if you're drunk and need to sober up. Actually, that would probably make this movie fucking great. Oh shit! But yeah,
This would be a fun sort of like drunken movie. It's a good summer movie though. I don't know. Like I'm buying into this. We could talk about Despicable Me. I watched Despicable Me yesterday.
The first one?
Yeah. Well, I'm
You've
going
never
to see.
seen it?
I'm going to see the second one next week, and so I'm like, well, I should probably watch the first one.
Yeah, because I don't get to go see it.
Oh.
Actually, no.
Well, it's on Tuesday, so not even Jake gets to go see it, which he's fussed about. I'm going to see it with Ryan, I guess.
Actually, I can't see it because Shai would probably kill me.
Oh, your
if
lady
I-
friend?
Yeah. That's a. Yeah, that's a.
It
Separate.
looks good, and the first one was fucking adorable.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to Despicable Me 2, and I'm looking forward to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs
Hold
too,
on.
because I like the first one of that. She
This
gets
is
a phone call.
This is no. This is how much that she likes this movie. My girlfriend, whom I love dearly.
It's so fluffy.
Every time
So fluffy. I'm gonna die.
I get a text from her, it sounds a little bit. Where the hell's it at? Something like this. Oh no!
It sounds
Every
a
time.
bit like harder, faster, better, stronger.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So, and this has been the text tone for her for I don't know how long. Every time I hear it, still makes me laugh. And it's been a couple of years now, so
That's 'cause it's not just the voice, it's her like shaking the thing.
okay. Now I got to go back to my real text tone. Hang on, where the hell is it at?
This is all very important.
I know it is. God, yeah, damn right it is. God
We're
damn it.
padding because
There it
you
is.
didn't see the previews. Do 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 do.
This preview brought to you by Final Fantasy VII and Despicable Me.
Yes.
No, so all right. Well, I think we're about done because
We are totally done and it's
Yeah.
hot as balls in this car.
it is hot as balls. Fucking summer in Springfield. Fuck this shit. So all right, we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.